Hey, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and anybody else out there. This is Tori. I was asked to do a review for what I think needs to be an upcoming Pokemon game. Well, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying that I really think that we need to bring the Pokewalker back because the new 3DS XL, because we're not getting the original 3DS, is quite huge to be walking around with in your pocket or your purse. I know I've tried, and it's just, especially if you have it in a case, and if you don't have it in a case, it really doesn't make any sense because it's very easily to get scratched. So I think that they need to bring either the Poke Walk feature back or somehow or another put it where you can have it on your phone or something along those lines. Yeah. Or just basically, and not everybody uses Apple, and I'm not dissing Apple. I'm not an Apple fan. So if you like Apple, that's you. If you don't, that's also you. But it needs to be able to play on a wide variety of phones. We'll say it like that. Because not everybody is an Apple fan. And I'm maybe like one of those 1%ers that are not an Apple fan. And I don't see why they always have to put everything for Pokemon on Apple. So, but anyway, we're going to digress and move on. I also think that they need to keep the Pokemon a me feature. That is one of the biggest things for me. I love that. And I also think they need to keep the super training. And I think they need to go back to the characterization and be able to pick your character a little bit better than they did in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I understand it was a remake, but to me, X and Y was just, I love the graphics better. I love the characterization better. I love the fact that I get to dress up my trainer or me, the person running around in the game. I like the fact that I got to do all that. And in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you just didn't get that. What I love about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is there were more legendaries and there were more able to get legendaries. And I love that feature. And I love the fact that the post game, after you have beaten the game, was you still had something to do besides the Eevee train. Whereas in X and Y, you really didn't. And I also love crossplay Pikachu. Pikachu is one of my favorite Pokemons, hands down. So you got me right there. I have just about all of them. I think I'm only missing one. And once I restart my other game, I'm going to get that one I'm missing. Now, if anybody else can tell me why is it you can't put crossplay Pikachu in Pokemon Bank? If you could, inbox me below and tell me that because I'm really trying to figure that out. Are they just saying that you can't put crossplay Pikachu in Pokemon Bank because I don't understand. I don't understand. Someone needs to tell me why. But anyway, and another feature I was in keeping with crossplay Pikachu, I believe that the contest needs to stay, but maybe have a more wide variety of Pokemon you can either dress up. To me, that'll be a really cool game if y'all came out with that. Just a Pokemon contest game where you get to dress up all your Pokemon, or you can't, I don't know, get. I really don't know the specs of the game, how I would label it, but I believe that game would sell quite a bit if you're able to get all the Pokemon and dress them up and do the contest. And maybe you could be like, first prize gets a Mega Stone. And, somehow incorporate that into the new game. Or something like that. I don't know. I think that would be really cool if you just came out with your own Pokemon dress up game. I think that would be really cool. I think, young girls who aren't a fan of Pokemon, I believe, because you got to look at it, it's a lot of girls, young ladies, I'm sorry, that sell or buy a lot of, let's see, you got Princess. I'm not a really girly fan, but it's a lot of dress up games. What on your phone is what Stargirl, and that has over 1 million hits or 1 million downloads. So I believe if you incorporated something like that with Pokemon, I believe you have a really good sale on your hands. And hopefully y'all or Nintendo would look at this and be like, okay, she has a point. But yeah, I believe if you came out with something like that, it'd be great. And another game that's similar to that had buku downloads out there, but was Trendsetters. If you look at Trendsetters and then Trendsetter sales, you should see. I mean, have it like where you're opening up your own Pokemon contest hall or something like that, or you're going to be a contest master like in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but the only difference is you have the option to choose more than Crossplay Pikachu, although Crossplay Pikachu does need to be in there to dress up with more outfits. Now, in the upcoming game, I do believe that y'all need to put more outfits for Crossplay Pikachu and maybe more sick killer moves. I also think that needs to stay. And I also think that Secret Base needs to stay because that's a really cool feature. I love it. I don't really understand how to play it, but from what I do understand, I do love it. I love the aspects of it. Now, I do not like the fact that you have to level up your Secret Base to a certain, je ne sais quoi before you can get what it is you're trying to get. Because I live in a place where they really don't play a lot of video games, so it's kind of hard for me to get or, be like Street Pass. Just send them out randomly for everybody that's registered. I think that'd be pretty cool too because, not everybody lives in a very big city who plays Pokemon a lot, especially video game. Mostly everybody's into the card game because it's cheaper. But, well, that's what they tell me. I don't really see how it is because you're going to spend, $20-$30 on a good, decent deck. Well, it depends on how many decks you buy, or packs you buy, however you want to word it. So, yeah, it really does depend on your preferences and what kind of deck you're trying to build. So, that's that. And I actually do think that in a new game, I love, like I said, the post-game play, how after you've beaten the game, you get to catch, different other Pokemon, and I like that aspect. I think that also needs to be incorporated into the new game. Now, what I'm inquiring about is why is it you had all those other legendaries in there, but you didn't put Pokemon Z in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? And why is Z not getting a lot of, recognition? I mean, if you level it up and, put some sick moves on it, I think it'd be a really cool Pokemon. Maybe give it a better design because, that thing looks really scary. But anyway, I believe that would be an amazing Pokemon. But, kind of does make sense. It just came out in X and Y, so, yeah. And another thing, I'm also wondering how are you going to do the Mew thing, because I really think they should send out maybe a remake of Mew. I've never had one. I'm trying to get one, and I'm really like, yeah, they need to do another Mew and another Shaman land and sky form. Yeah. And I also am inquiring about why is it that you can't send event Pokemon through Pokemon when you're trying to trade the GTS. That feature also doesn't make any sense, because what if the person has more than one, which would be my case. I have more than one of Metaletta or Malaletta, however the hell you say her name, but I have more than one of her. Quite frankly, I have more than two. So I'm trying to figure out why I can't trade through the GTS. I think that feature needs to be fixed. And I'm sorry, my voice is getting a little hoarse. But yeah, I think all of those aspects, if you put them into the new game, and then and besides, I'm sorry, I'm going to go one step back. I also think that we should be able to get the new legendary Pokemon that you're putting through to action replay, because not all of us are willing to spend money on an action replay when you could just do it like you did like the Cyndaquil starters, just like that. Why are we the last to get them? Us true gamers who don't use hack Pokemon. Although I have back in the day, but I came out with Pokemon Bank that pretty much shut me down. Although I think I have traded and gotten a hacked Pokemon I'm 100% sure I've gotten 2. Let me think. I know I got a Keldeo on level 15. Absolutely hacked. I'm 100% sure that the Melaletta on level, I think it was 10, was hacked. Who would have a Melaletta on level 10? But, yeah. Now, I think if you put all those into the new game, including like the Pokemon like Metaletta or Shaman or Mew or I'm sorry, any other Pokemon of that rank that I didn't name into there, plus the ability to get the other ones. Hold on, Marie. And I think that'd be a really sick game, and keep the customization of the character and crossplay Pikachu, but maybe add more Pokemon to do with crossplay Pikachu. Like off the top of my head, I'm also a big Eevee fan, so Eevee, I mean, pick one of hers. I mean, she's got several evolutions there. Sylveon. And I also want a new Eevee evolution. Maybe Dragon or Poison or, I don't know. Y'all come up with something on that line. I'm not a very, creative person per se. So yeah, I think that would be really sick. I'm 100% sure that would really sell me with the game. I mean, of course, I'm going to buy the game anyway, but yeah, I think that would be really great. And that's about it. And I also want to say that if you're in the Shreveport area and you play Pokemon, either the video or the card game, you can inbox me below and we can meet up at Second Charles. If I'm not really into the card game because my cards are not really here yet, I had to order them off Amazon, so my deck is not complete. Sorry about that. I'm going for a fairy deck, so I'm missing Gardevoir and Mega and non-Mega. I would prefer Gardevoir in Mega Evolution and a EX. I need like 5 each, and I need 6 Xerneases, EXs, and maybe 4 Diancies. All Megas. I already have the non-Megas. So if anybody has those cards, you can inbox me below and we can work something out. If not, you could still come to Second Charles with me and we could battle, especially if you have the video game. Right now, I'm redoing X and Y. So my deck, not my deck, but my team on there is not really good. I don't even have the first badge yet. On Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'm pretty sure I have one of those beaten, if not both. So we're going to go with that. So if you want to battle, inbox me below. You can inbox me your friend code, and your name. And I will send you back mine and we can battle. Take in mind, I do have quite a bit of systems. So the one I'll be playing at the time is the one I will give you. I want to let that know. I'm going to repeat that. I do have a lot of systems. So the one I will be playing at that time is the one I'm going to give you. And we're going to do it like that. And I'm also doing a new Animal Crossing because for some odd reason when I transferred my stuff and I did it like the Nintendo website said, I did not get my save data. And even after I hit the second one, I did not get my save data. So I had to start my Animal Crossing all over again. And my Pokemon and all that had to be started over again. Are you throwing up? Wow. So my baby's throwing up, you guys. I have to go figure out what's wrong with him. But y'all have a blessed and happy day. And may God keep you and bless you. And remember, always praise God. Always put God first. And amazing things will happen to you. Bye-bye.